We want to graduate a powerhouse. It is a powerhouse because it is man and wife. And I think Purity, you said if the two learn together, they will be stronger than one. My Bible says when you put many strads together, they will obviously be stronger than one, isn't it? One is in coaching, personal coach. The other one is an engineer. And I think when they found this program, they found something that they had a passion for. Because they joined in lesson 3, and they actually say they'll make up time for lesson 1 and 2. They don't want to wait. And when they came into class, I think on average they tend to write more notes than everybody else. When I look at their paper, they have written everywhere. And they do not only write, it actually makes part of the discussion at home. Because when you come in the next lesson, you're going to hear voices that tell you this one was discussed at home. And I think that is the way to move forward in this program. Because then that way we can be able to move quite fast. And so this morning, allow me to graduate this powerful couple. It is Quincy and Raquel. We're told what God has put together, you cannot separate, isn't it? So I cannot separate, I have to graduate them together.
Talk about some of it. There's quite a bit that you gain from this class, and amongst them, we had also, one of the things that I'd mentioned, I think, because we came in the third lesson, and part of the things that you're capturing that lesson was about retirement. And as people have said, those figures are a bit scary when you look at them. So that really challenged me, and eventually we set up something. So we have stocks. Yeah, we're actually investing in stocks towards that. And then at the same time, restructuring I have a pension from my employer, so I'm restructuring that so that we can actually be able to benefit from that significantly. In addition to that, we also talked about contingency funds. Yeah, we have also set up something, and in that line, we have also invested in a unit trust. Yeah, to assist us also with managing our funds. All these things that we always talk about, setting up a freedom account, so that we're not caught up in a scenario where you need to address something quickly, but you don't know where to get money from, and that's where people start going into the insurance and all these other things. Yeah. So we've been able to set up that. You've seen Jason. He has his passions and his dreams, and he says he wants to be like Daddy. He wants to be an engineer. I will not confine him. I'll allow him to redefine that if he so wishes later. Yeah, but we're working with that. We had a session where we were taught actually that you can set up something for your children, yeah, in terms of school fees in future. And so we have actually done that, yeah, and we have an account towards that, and we know that definitely when the time comes for him to pursue his dreams, we have some funds allocated for that. So I'll allow my wife to talk about the other things so that I don't hog everything.
Okay. Actually, I had it over Radio Waumini. Mr. Wahome was talking about owning homes. He talked about the first home and the dream house. And then he talked about mortgage, fast tracking mortgage. And I couldn't wait for evening so that I can tell my husband. But what happened before I told him, I already did a text, to say we want to come in and we are coming in for the Saturday class. Unconfirmed. And when I told my husband about it, he said, let's go here. You see, so I was praying so hard that it will be so practical. Being an engineer, they like things practical, so that he can say yes to the class. So when we came for the class, the third lesson, that's where you're talking about short, medium, long-term goals. You're talking about school fees, you're talking about a retirement. Retirement hit him. So you see, he's still talking about it. Because when we did the figures, the number was quite big. So he said yes. I had already said yes. But now when he said yes, I followed his yes. So we told Mr. Wahome we are coming now. We are not thinking about it. We are enrolling for the class now. So for me, what hit me most was the personality test. I've taken it severally, but I didn't know his was similar to mine. I could see a few areas where we were so, we are so together, but I also noticed his has a bit of melancholy. He's kind and he cares, but I'm all the way, choleric, so I'm very that way. So, but I thank God for that, because we have also learned how to work together, that our personalities don't clash. Actually, we complement each other. So the next thing we've been looking, other than what he's talked about, that we are doing together as a family, we're also expanding our financial goals. Like I was introduced, I'm a personal development coach. I've worked for corporate, different companies, but I decided I needed my time freedom, so I got out of active employment. So now I'm like self-employed. I take in clients when I want and at a fee. But we said, how about if I deal with other passions that I have? These are discussions we were having very recent. I love stories for kids. I even have a story. I have a book in my mind. I've told him about it. We put the sketch down. So soon there'll be a storybook for kids, for bedtime stories. We always hear about Cinderella, Siju Nanani. Our kids cannot identify with that, isn't it? What if I gave you a story about Wamboi at Tieno, in the slum, or in Kileleshwa, or in their farm? That is more real, isn't it? So I'm working towards that. He is following his career, where he is to get to the next position. But what we are saying, we want him and I to retire young. Because somebody shared something. The later you retire in life, the sooner you die. Did you see that? That if you wait for 65, you die after 18 months. I need him at 90 so that we can do the cruise. Okay. So all in all, what I want to say, we have learned, and not just learned, we have put things in place. We are talking with experts on land, leasing land to plant trees. We want to do trees for retirement. Okay, we are doing stocks, as he said, and we are happy. And holidays, I love holidays. I love holidays. So it was very nice for us to hear that you can plan. And maybe just to say this, we've already planned our Dubai trip for Christmas. Can you imagine? Just because we were taught it's something you can do in advance, you don't want to have to wait for that time because it becomes very expensive. So all in all, this class was amazing.
I think also in some of these things that are also deemed to be controversial, investments that are deemed to be controversial, I think those are where maybe people need a lot of guidance, cryptocurrency and multi-level and so on. I think it is very good to have people who've been successful and who actually can differentiate between what is a scam and what is actually legit.
Yes.
That is very important because it will help to guide very many people. We've been through a number of options. I'll just put it that way. And we've learned a lot, we've lost a lot, but it's and we'd like for many people to actually be able to define very clearly what's a scam and what is beneficial. And I think it would be great to add that to the list of experts and people who will be doing it. So just so that I don't hog a lot of time, congratulations everyone, and it's really been an exciting experience.